This is David, coming from the man cave. Now let me explain, okay? I'm in my soundproof office. There's a little bit of sound still in here that goes through the walls, okay? I don't have, in two walls, I don't have the insulation or the drywall. But I got, look at this, I got a chandelier. Whoa, is that scary? It is to me. It looks like the Mormons looking, when they're looking for me, I do this. Bow my head. Of course, it shines off my head. Anyway, those of you that take me serious, you shouldn't. Okay, this little office I've designed, and I notice when I look at myself that my words are not matching what I say. And I have had some problems, technical problems, so let me look and see. Oh no, it's going, okay. Anyway, I have a brother in the Philippines. He lives in a squatter's camp. And he criticizes me a lot because I live like a king. Look at the king cave. Now, he says that I'm not spending enough money on helping poor people. Well, I have two daughters that I adopted from the Philippines, and they were very poor. They're not anymore. And I take care of them every day. Well, he throws rice to poor people all the time, and he thinks that I'm not doing my share. Well, he's bipolar. You can see me bipolar, and I take meds. He doesn't. Talk about crazy, man. There it is. He thinks living in a squatter's camp in a third world country, throwing away his passport, changing his name, not to protect the innocent, to protect the guilty. He thinks that that is a good way of life. Well, I don't. And I'm not ashamed of that. So he writes to me all the time. And what I've noticed, and the reason I'm doing this video, is this is how you know, even if you've left the Mormon church, if you're still a Mormon. If you work and work and work, and give and give and give until you have nothing, you're trying to get Jesus points. You're desperate. And you may want to become atheist. I don't know. But I believe in doing kind things. You know, here's what I find hilarious. I went to 5 years of BYU because I couldn't afford it. I had to drop out work. I got a bachelor's degree in social work at BYU so I could work with human beings and help people. Then I went off to Springfield College in Springfield, Mass, and I did research there, and I got 28 postgraduate credits. Then I went off, and that was in psychology, again, trying to help where I could. Then I went off to Tahlequah University, Northeastern State in Oklahoma, and got a full master's degree. Now, I did all that time and all of that work to help people, which I don't know if I helped them, but I at least worked at it. For 30 years, I worked with emotionally disturbed children. I was a director of residential treatment centers in the East, and kids spit at me and on me, kicked the shit out of my car one day. Called me every name in the book. That's why I'm good at this, because I've been called names since I was 4. Even my mother said, "You're an asshole." She was right. She was a prophetess at 4. So I feel like I've done my time. Now, does that mean I don't do anything? No, I drove Meals on Wheels. I certainly take care of my 2 children, and I spend a lot of time doing homework and activities, track, and oh my gosh, piano lessons, dance, swimming lessons. So I'm still doing some things for human beings, but I'm not spending 24/7 trying to get Jesus points. I'm out of it. I'm out of the Mormon church. I resigned. I'm not interested in going to heaven. I'm interested, as an atheist, just disappearing. I don't want to go anywhere, because the people that I've seen here, I don't want to live with. None of them. So anyway, he's trying to get Jesus points, and he's trying to make me feel guilty. And so I'm going to do something really shit here. I'm going to tell you how I blasted him out of the water, which I never do because he's mentally ill. And I try to befriend him, and I try to accept things that you're not going to believe, okay? But anyway, I told him, I said, you know, I'm 64, I'm almost 65 years old, and I'm diabetic, and I've had quad bypass surgery, and I'm bipolar. Now, other than that, I'm in excellent health. Screw the world. I'm going to live forever. You know, they say the young what is it? The young die? No, the young die first. I can't even remember. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Anyway, I'm going to live forever. So here's what I'm saying. He wrote to me because he heard that I was in the man cave. He really thinks that my little 100-pound Philippine wife, who barely says a word, has put me in a closet. I'm 6 feet and 285 pounds. It would take a lot for her to put me in the closet. He said that my 9-year-old was on strike. I was kidding about getting my hair cut. And he said, well, see, your family's falling apart because you're not helping the poor Filipino people through me. And, of course, he takes an administrative fee. Oh, bipolar. You gotta love him. You gotta love him. So, anyway, here's what I did. He wrote to me and he said, boy, you're starting to lose weight. You look bad. Well, that's true. But he says, you're falling apart because of your construction job. And I haven't been on the computer a lot, as most of you know, because I have to supervise the idiots that are working on my house. So anyway, that's where I've been spending my time. So I told him, I said, you know, I am a really unhappy man because I have nothing and I am nothing. I said, I have a new, extremely modern second bathroom upstairs now, so I have my own private bath downstairs. At my age, you can't have girls in the bathroom locked in there for 30 minutes because I'll pee on the carpet or worse. So they have their own bathroom upstairs, and it's beautiful. Oh my God, it's got a circular shower, and it has the special toilet in it that you can flush a house down, and it will not plug. So anyway, I told him about the bathroom, and it has track lights all over it, and they dim. And it has a new ceiling fan that is lighted, and it has new soundproof windows that we can't hear anything out of that room. And our whole house is done in French decor, and we have French windows, French doors. I wish I had a couple of French 14-year-olds, but that's for Joseph. That's for Joseph. So anyway, I told him, well, we put another ceiling fan in the upstairs living room, and then I told him, you know, I decided to put a jacuzzi in my own room. And what I've done is put track lights there, of course, that dim, and music. And I have incense. I'm a kid of the 60s. We used to burn incense and bras. And our draft cards, who knows, we burned everything in the 60s. And so I told him, I have 2 new cars. And I have a view, I'm looking at it right now, it's 2 lakes. And they connect with a canal, and there's nothing but oak trees and Christmas trees and white birch trees out there. And I'm sitting way up in my office in the 3rd floor here, and I'm looking down, and I still have a view of all of that. My kids are basically straight A students. My teen is straight A, and my little one is a B student, and she's pretty responsible. So I told him all of the things that I'm miserable about. He can't believe that I'm happy. See, if I'm not throwing rice at poor people sitting on the streets, which I've done, which I've done, but I'm taking care of three, well, my wife takes care of herself, but 2 Filipino children. So you know you're still a Mormon if you're trying to earn Jesus points. I say I worked 30 years being spit on, kicked. He didn't go to college. He didn't spend that money. He didn't miss a large part of his life between 18 and 24, 26. He didn't make any of those sacrifices, and now he's throwing rice and I'm a bad guy. So I'm just saying here, if you have been a Mormon and you're still trying to earn your way or work your way into the celestial kingdom, you have not resigned and you have not left the Mormon church. You're still a Mormon. They still put that in your head. And I get up every day and sit there in my chair, and I have my TV mounted on the wall, and I watch this. I get into the jacuzzi, sit there for a half an hour, then I get breakfast out on the patio and the what do you call that stupid thing? It's out in the air, and if you fall off, the neighbors see you down on the sidewalk and ground. And then, you know, I spend my day with my kids, and I spend my day watching movies. We have like Netflix, and then I go downtown and I shop. I can buy pretty much whatever I want. I have everything that I want. I have spent my tithing well. When I sit in the jacuzzi, I go, this is 3 years of tithing. And I'm enjoying it a lot more than tithing because I know where the money went and I'm benefiting from it. So anyway, to my crazy brother in the Philippines, he's the only one that's probably going to watch this one. But if you are still working for Jesus points, you're still Mormon. And that cult training and brainwashing is still in your head. All of us have a right to retire. We don't have a right to just totally space out on people who need help, but we certainly have done our time. And others didn't go to college. Others didn't spend that money, and others did not start early. You know, some people like my brother started here in the last 5 or 7 years, and he thinks he's a god. Well, most bipolar people do believe we're gods. So anyway, if you're earning Jesus points, you're still a Mormon. Thanks.